Hello everyone and welcome to my marketplace presentation. So make yourself comfortable, have a cup of Lebanese coffee and Lebanese sweets, and I will start my presentation. Firstly, I would like to talk about the most important life lessons I've been through in my life and what did they teach me. So first of all, I guess it's my relationships with other people and my friendships that I've made over time and how they've changed me for who I am. So these relationships and friendships that I've been through, they've built me into the person I am today. I realized my identity and I realized my self-worth, and it built up my self-esteem. It made me realize where I stand with certain people and my expectations of other people as well. And I guess that has made me realize that I could be more mature and independent on my own. And I guess transitioning from young adolescence into a young adult as well has been a dramatic change for me in my life, which I really appreciate. I guess my turning point is when I went and visited my motherland country, Lebanon. That was an amazing experience which allowed me to get out of the little bubble that I was in when I hadn't visited my home motherland country in quite a while, and it allowed me to move away from that bubble and go and interact with different other people, see different monuments and have different gatherings and interact. And I guess it really opened my mind and changed my outlook on life, which I was blindsided back here at home. The metaphor that I have used to represent this is this painting and this little Lebanese inspired presentation. So as you can see, this artwork, it represents the Lebanese flag with the designated red and white on the bottom, red on the bottom and the top, white in the middle, and then the green in the middle of the white. So I guess the bottom red, as you can see, have these little beads, which are scattered beads, and these are a representation of me being confused and not knowing where I'm going, especially after I changed my course from midwifery into teaching. I was so confused. I was saying I'm going to be at uni for so much longer. So they're like little seedlings that are ready to grow with the sun and water. As you move into the middle, as you can see, the white has been mixed with the red and the green. This is a representation of me going out from that confused area, mixing in with the green and learning. I've replaced the traditional cedar tree with the traditional Lebanese jug, but I've kept it the same color, which is green. The traditional Lebanese jug is something that gathers us in our gatherings, and it puts us together and where we can vent and talk about our experiences. And this is something that I experienced in Lebanon, where I got to sit down with my family and friends and talk about what I was going through back home, and I guess learning from that and moving on. And I've put a rose and the olive tree with olives coming out of it, and a picture of me and my grandfather, which is very significant to me because my grandfather has been my father figure for most of my life. And for me, this is something very important which I feel like I need to represent in my artwork. And if you move up to the upper part red section, you can see that I've put gold sparkles and red glitter, and this is a representation of me replenishing, flourishing, reaching the person I am today. And it's mixing with the red sparkles. That's my self-growth. I've reached where I want to be in life. I've realized my self-esteem. I've realized my self-worth. I've made a social ecology map, seeing who got influenced during this experience. So you've got me in the middle, then you've got my outlook on life. I guess I realized that there's so much more to life, there's so much more to see in life and to experience, and not to just be trapped by certain relationships or friendships that can put you down. My work and my uni, I guess when I went to Lebanon, they are very financially disadvantaged, economically disadvantaged. So I realized how appreciative I am of my work and my university here. My mum and my friends and my whole family on the whole, I guess our connection got deeper. We got to experience this experience on a deeper level, and it made me closer and realize who's the most important in my life. My current preferred approach to teaching is a creative approach, which allows the students to get involved with their feelings and their emotions, and they're able to put it out onto a painting. And I guess this is something that allows them to, feel and get the deeper emotions in them out onto the canvas. The benefits of this is that they can use meditation, and then they could intertwine and express their emotions not just the normal pen and paper, because some students don't like that idea of just sitting and watching the chalkboard and, you know, writing something on a paper. The limitations is that some kids are not comfortable with this way of teaching. They can find it very intimidating. It could trigger an emotional response to something personal that's happened in their life. How can I use my story of learning to go beyond my individual needs? I guess as a future teacher, I would get the students to focus on a global issue such as poverty, an illness, a global pandemic illness, you know, any sort of global issue like global warming. I'll get them to express themselves through metaphors onto an artwork, and then or through any multimedia, because through a creative approach, and then put it on the internet and let it go global. Thank you very much.